What if a tiny rabbit's courage could stop a disaster and save a family from ruin? Sounds like a children's book, right? But this isn't just a fairy tale. It's a gripping, emotional saga that'll leave you in awe of the smallest heroes. Welcome to Fortunate Stories, where we bring you the tale of a bunny named Clover, whose tiny heart beat with a bravery bigger than the storm threatening to wash her world away. This isn't about fluffy cuddles. It's about life, love, and a race against nature's wrath that'll have you on the edge of your seat, ready for a story that'll make you laugh, cry, and cheer. Then let's hop into this unforgettable adventure. It all began on a quiet farm in the rolling hills of Willowbrook, a place where the air smelled of hay and the nights hummed with crickets. Clover was no ordinary rabbit. With her snowy fur, a single black ear, and eyes like polished amber, she was the delight of the Miller family. Tom, a weathered farmer, his wife Sarah, who sang while she baked, and their 6-year-old daughter Lily, who'd whisper secrets to Clover through the hutch's wire. Tom had found her as a kit, shivering in a ditch after a spring rain, and brought her home in his coat pocket. "She's ours now," he'd said, and Clover became their shadow, nibbling carrots from Lily's hand, thumping her foot when the barn cat got too close, and sleeping in a cozy nest of straw. The farm wasn't grand, but it was theirs, a patchwork of fields, a creaky barn, and a dam up the hill that held the creek at bay. Life was simple, steady, until one fateful night in late summer. The day had been hot, the sky a lazy blue, but as dusk fell, clouds rolled in, thick, gray, and angry. Tom glanced at them from the porch, scratching his beard. "Looks like a big one," he muttered, but exhaustion from a long harvest day won out. By midnight, the Millers were asleep, the farmhouse dark, Clover dozing in her hutch beside the barn. Then the storm hit. Rain hammered the roof, wind howled through the trees, and thunder shook the earth. Up the hill, the old dam groaned under the torrent, its wooden beams straining, water seeping through cracks no one had noticed. Clover's ears twitched. She woke, nose quivering, sensing something wrong, a sharp, wet scent, a rumble deeper than thunder. She pawed at her hutch door, her tiny claws scraping the latch. It wasn't locked tight. Tom had been meaning to fix it, and with a desperate push, it swung open. She leapt into the rain, mud splattering her fur, driven by an instinct she couldn't name. The dam was failing. Water surged, splitting wood, ready to unleash a flood that'd sweep the farm away. Fields, barn, home, all the Millers had built. Clover didn't know this in words, but she felt it in her bones. She bolted through the storm, lightning flashing overhead, her small body soaked and trembling. The farmhouse loomed ahead, windows dark, the family oblivious. She reached the porch, scrabbling up the steps, and threw herself at the door, thumping with all her might. Thump, thump, thump. Nothing. The wind swallowed her sound. She darted to Lily's window, leapt onto a crate, and banged her paws against the glass. Frantic, relentless. Inside, Lily stirred, rubbing sleepy eyes. "Clover," she mumbled, seeing the drenched bunny. She climbed out of bed, opened the window, and scooped her up. "Mama, Papa, Clover's outside." Tom jolted awake as Lily ran in, clutching the wet rabbit. "What the—" He stumbled to the door, Sarah behind him, and opened it to chaos. Rain lashing sideways, a roar growing louder. Then he saw it, a wall of water crashing down the hill, the dam gone. "The fields!" Sarah cried. Tom grabbed a lantern, shouting, "We've got minutes! Move!" They raced to the barn. Clover still in Lily's arms and roused the animals, cows lowing, chickens flapping. Tom hauled sandbags from the shed, Sarah and Lily piling them at the house's base. The flood hit, a muddy surge, but their frantic wall held, just enough. The barn flooded ankle deep, fields turned to lakes, but the house stood. Dawn broke, gray and dripping. The Millers slumped on the porch, soaked, staring at the wreckage. "We could have lost everything," Sarah whispered, voice cracking. Lily hugged Clover tight. "She woke us, Papa. She knew." Tom, gruff and unshaven, knelt by the bunny, his big hand gentle on her sodden fur. "You're a hero, little one," he said, a tear slipping free. Word spread in Willowbrook. Neighbors came with tools, food, stories of Clover's feat. "That rabbit's a miracle," they'd say, shaking their heads. The Millers rebuilt slowly, Clover at their side. She'd thump proudly when Lily retold the tale, her black ear flopping. Scientists might call it instinct, but to the Millers it was love, a bunny's love that stopped a flood of tears. Unfortunate stories, we ask, what drove Clover that night? Could you find that courage? Share below and subscribe for more tales where tiny hearts shine brightest.